somewhere beyond just playing right, left, or left, right, is a world of stickings. Playing 2 in one hand, 2 in the other hand, 1, 2, sometimes even 3. This is a way we explore the drum set without just moving 2 hands. That has its value, as does stickings for getting around and making things happen on the drum set. I'm sure this word isn't new to anybody. Paradiddles. And they're good for you, like vitamins in Buckley's mixture. So just a review, if you already know this, you can skip ahead a few. Paradiddles. Right, left, left, left. That's the original paradiddle. Paradiddle, paradiddle. From that, the 2 strokes are commonly referred to as diddles. I didn't make these words up. They just come with the territory. All right. So then we have, depending on how you look at it, another 3 or 7 paradiddles, depending on how you deal with it. I deal with them as being 3 more paradiddles. So we have a paradiddle. We have our inside paradiddle, which is where the diddle is in the middle. Right, left, right, left. We have our reverse paradiddle, where the diddle's at the beginning. Right, left, left. And our inside reverse, where it splits the beat. Right, left, right. Keep track of where the diddles are. You can't go wrong. I just explained all those ones, so I'm just going to start off with what I consider one of the more useful ones for drum set application. I'm going to play the inside paradiddle. I always play it on the hi-hat for students so that I can talk while I'm doing it, but we want to be able to do it, get used to be able to play it on any surface. And so on. That would be the first thing. The next thing would be to build up some speed. So that it has not that speed is the most important thing. It's just something that we do. We do a lot of it in playing the drums. And then, once we're super comfortable doing those things, and that's where you can put in a lot of time with a rubber practice pad or on your leg or on a telephone book or any of the other things that are fairly common amongst us drummers. The next thing to do is to put it on 2 different sound surfaces. So I'm going to put it on my snare off chrome snare drum, and I'm also going to put it on my snare on wood. So those are 2 very different sounds, right? Sounds kind of okay, I think, to me. Right? Now we're going to play it a little bit faster. Alright, so that would be 2 sound surfaces. And if you've never done this, you're going to be surprised how difficult it kind of is to play on 2 different sound surfaces. You get used to making the stickings and what that sounds like, and all of a sudden you have 2 different sounds. And all of a sudden you get drawn in to the music, to the rhythms that's being played by one hand or the other or some sort of combination, and it can throw you off. So it does take some time to get used to that. Alright, the most common thing to do with the paradiddles with a student is to turn it into some kind of drum groove, right? It has 2 elements to it. Number 1, we're going to split it between our good old hi-hat and our good old snare drum. We can do it with the ride cymbal if we want to. And we have to put a bass drum in there. So those are those 2 elements. The third element is that if we don't want to sound really robotic, we have to do what we call ghosting some of the notes or accenting particular notes, also known as more commonly as dynamics. So instead of going, it doesn't sound very musical, we're going to change the sound levels, particularly of the snare drum. Throw in 1 bass drum note to make your life easier. Get yourself a little groove. Groovy. Now we've got that kind of going on. And I haven't really changed what I'm doing. I'm still just doing that inside paradiddle. Another concept, easy to understand and pretty easy to work on, but it won't come immediately for most of us, and that is to move around the drum set, keeping that sticking going. So it's one thing to play on one surface, and we've already discussed the difficulties of that. It's another thing to do it on two different surfaces. We've discussed the difficulties. Now we're going to change the surfaces on either hand. First step, I think, would be just to find one comfortable place to put your left hand and move around with your right hand. You can put it in the bass drum if you want. I always do. And not to get too crazy, moving around. You know, just play one sort of one half or one full cycle of the paradiddle and move drums. Then you can get into moving around mid-diddle or mid-paradiddle. Now we move our left hand around. You can get a lot of fun out of doing that. If you do it too much, then it sounds just as boring. Single strokes, but if you're playing, it can really spice things up in a way that just playing a typical roundhouse fill won't. All right, till next time.